Joe Scarborough explained exactly how the next few years are going to unfold under Biden. It's not pretty, and I have a bad feeling that it's actually pretty accurate.
A little preview to Morning Joe for tomorrow and Tuesday, certainly, because we know that Biden's incoming chief of staff says that the president-elect is going to start announcing cabinet positions on Tuesday. What do you think, Joe, of the names that have been floated out there? And do you think having centrists in the cabinet is a way to bring the country back together, or does it alienate progressives who helped elect him?
Well, it's going to be really hard for Joe Biden to strike that balance, but in a way, he's going to be able to say what Bill Clinton was able to say to progressives from 1994 forward, after a group of us got elected in the House, very conservative. We were always able to keep Bill Clinton in check, and he could turn to his progressives and say, listen, I can't do anything with these people. So I've got to do what I can to pass legislation. And that's why together we balanced the budget for the first time in a generation, balanced it 4 years in a row for the first time since the 1920s, passed welfare reform, passed Medicare reform, did a lot of things, a lot of centrist things, because that's all a Democratic president and a Republican Congress could do. Joe Biden's going to find himself in the same exact position, and I can certainly understand it's going to be very frustrating for progressives. I do think, though, if you listen to a lot of Democrats, especially in the House, it's an approach, a more centrist approach, that they're going to be far more comfortable with as well going into 2022.
That hurts, because I think that's really plausible. So he's saying, hey, they'll tell progressives, Biden and his team will tell progressives, what do you want me to do? My arm is twisted. I can't even do anything because we got to deal with the Republicans, and the Republicans are totally unreasonable, and the Republicans are against, us and our priorities. So what am I supposed to do? Damn it. Gosh darn it. Darn tootin'. I can't believe I have such ballyhoo luck. Shenanigans. Poppycock. Like, this is what they're going to say. And then the left is going to, since it's so easy to placate the left and give them a couple head pats and tell them that they're wonderful. And it's going to be a situation where the left is like, they are right. The Republicans are kind of bad. I guess we can't do any of these things that we want to do. What are you going to do? And so the list of priorities that Joe Scarborough ran through there, working with the Bill Clinton White House: balanced budget, welfare reform, Medicare reform, centrist priorities. So this is what I've already predicted. I told you guys, the best part of Biden's term is going to be the first day or the first week, where you get a bunch of executive orders that are actually decent executive orders on things that you and I would agree with, like getting back in the Paris Climate Agreement, getting rid of a lot of the Trump deregulation, protecting dreamers. Like, there's going to be a bunch of executive orders where we're like, hey, that's cool. Might even do some stuff on Buy America, so job stuff, all great. But after that first week, oh my God, buckle up, because it's going to get ugly. No matter what happens in the runoffs in Georgia, it's going to get ugly, because you're going to have Joe Biden make the case that I have no choice. I got to work with these Republicans, and we got to get some stuff done. So why not focus on bipartisan priorities? And the bipartisan priorities will be stuff like a grand bargain. I hope I'm wrong. Sweet Jesus, Joe, prove me wrong. Don't do the grand bargain. Don't cut Social Security and Medicare. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But I fear that's exactly what's going to happen. Because if you're really going to work with these people, they're only going to work with you on their terms. They're only going to work with you on their terms. And Joe has no problem doing that, as he's shown throughout his career. The bankruptcy bill, the crime bill, the Patriot Act, the Iraq War. He's got no problem being a moderate Republican, because he kind of is a moderate Republican. So I feel like he'll be way too willing to go down that path, because he kind of believes in that path. But point is, the argument they'll make to the left is one of, and it'll be dishonest, but the left will fall for it, we totally agree with you, and we're totally with you, and we want to do all these amazing things, but we just can't because the Republicans, what am I going to do? They twisted my arm. Aw, shucks. And we'll be perpetually frustrated. So it's an out for the Biden people, not only to ignore the left, but to tell the left, I want to do the things you want to do, but I can't. Don't fall for it. See, this is why we got to push them on the executive order front as much as possible. I mean, you could literally abolish student loan debt through executive order. I didn't know that until this month. I didn't know that. You could actually, as David Dayen points out and gives the legal rationale, you could expand Medicare to everybody in the country. You could do Medicare for all through executive order. Now, Biden won't do that, but point is, doesn't matter how many excuses he gives, he can do amazing things with the power of the presidency. He could get us out of all the wars. He could do amazing things, but chances are he'll choose not to. And so that's how you hold him accountable. Don't fall for the head pats. Don't fall for the, oh, what am I going to do? The Republicans are so bad. Don't fall for it, because it ain't true. But that argument is coming.